So back with part 2 of trying to get this 32X running again, and as you can see I've totally stripped the console apart. And it wasn't too difficult, just held together with a bunch of regular Phillips head screws. That all just popped apart really easily. And what I'm going to do now is just give all the contact points on these boards a good clean and make sure everything's as it should be. But yeah, there's a few different areas that could be causing the problem here. So you've got the main cartridge slot on the top there, where you plug in your 32X and your Mega Drive games, and then you've got this kind of daughter board at the bottom, and that is the part that kind of plugs into your Mega Drive. So you've got the pins down the bottom there, so give them a good clean, and then connecting these two boards are two ribbon cables. You can see I've just popped them out there, but I'll need to give them a clean, and yeah, I'll pop it back together again and give it a test and see if that makes any difference. So I've got it partially reassembled, and I've just got the top half plugged in here to test it out. And I cleaned all the contact points, made sure everything is hooked up and plugged in properly. So let's try out Virtua Racing, see what we get. Before it was giving me a black screen, so let's try this out. I'll just change the resolution on my TV. 4:3. So as you can see, it's all working again properly, which is great. And that only took me about 10 minutes to clean those contact points, so it all worked out pretty good. So the next thing I'll do is I'll maybe test out a few more games, and then I'll clean up the outer shell and just get some soapy water and give it a clean. Then maybe get some WD-40 and give it a polish. And then after that, I think I'll just test out the cables that came with the console and make sure they're all working properly as well. So I just wanted to quickly mention a tip I like to use for restoring and refurbishing these old cartridge-based systems. And a lot of the time, if you can't get a game to load or you're getting weird graphical errors on screen, it's usually down to a dirty contact point within the cartridge slot. And what you can do is get yourself some fine grade wet and dry sandpaper like this, and just cut yourself a thin strip and fold it in half. Then you get yourself an old floppy disk and rip the metal part off the end and flatten that out, so you've got something like this. And then you're going to stick that between the two sides of the sandpaper. I'll try and show you this one-handed, it's kind of difficult. But you basically stick it into the cartridge slot and you move it up and down and go along the full length of the slot there. And what that's going to do is it's going to clean up all those pins in there and remove any dirt and basically resurface the pins, and it should sort out any problems of games not loading or weird graphical errors. And that's what I used to fix the 32X here, and it worked really well. And the cool thing is you can do this with other systems as well, so you can use it on your Mega Drive or like say your N64, and you don't even need to take the console apart, you can just stick it into the bay. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that, it's a quick tip, and it seems to be quite useful, works quite well. So finally got it all back together again now, and I tried all my other games with it, they all work perfectly, so I'm happy enough to say that it's fully repaired and 100% working. I also gave it a good clean and got like an old toothbrush and some warm soapy water and gave the case a good clean. So all I'm left to do now is take some photos of it and get it sold again. Let's just put that in there for now. I also cleaned up the cables and got them all wrapped up ready for shipping. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I spent £20 on everything here and probably about an hour getting it all cleaned and repaired. So yeah, it worked out pretty good. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.